Wednesday was International Women's Day. I said was, next joke. A new study finds that despite women making less money than men, more single women in the U.S. own homes than single men, thanks to a phenomenon economists call divorce.
Divorce! As this year's award season gets underway, there's growing movement to get rid of the gendered categories of Best Actor and Best Actress and instead call them Best Actor and Best Actor who got paid less.
And finally, Weekend Update would like to congratulate Madonna, who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl last Monday. The baby weighed in at 6 pounds, 9 ounces, making it the 4th largest object ever to pass through Madonna's birth canal.
This week marks the 65th anniversary of Rosa Parks refusing to give up her seat on an Alabama bus. And I just wish that all black people could follow her example of sitting down and shutting up.
Scientists have trained a goldfish to drive a car. They believe it's the first step to eventually training women.
WNBA star Brittany Griner was freed from prison in exchange for Russian arms dealer Victor Bout. It's actually a great trade because Bout was only averaging 5 points and 2 rebounds a game.
After this year's elections, a record-setting 12 states will have female governors, while the other 38 states will have dinner ready on time.
This is on cards. I want to switch it up a little. Che didn't write this one. This is all me.
I'd like to hear this.
Last week was National Rosa Parks Day, or as we call it in my house, Uppity Bus Passenger Day.
This week, Duchess of York Sarah Ferguson visited the Big Apple and showed off her 14-pound weight loss. Hopefully, this will not interfere with her official duties of sitting on her fat ass all day long.
It was announced that Brittany Griner has signed with the Phoenix Mercury for 1 year. Unfortunately, the WNBA pays less than a Russian prison.
Greece has elected its first ever female president, and of course, the country is already falling apart.
I like it.
Yeah.
Pop singer Madonna was outraged this week when a tabloid photographer snapped her picture while she was breastfeeding her new baby. Apparently, the baby was blocking her nipple.
It was reported that the organizers of King Charles's coronation have officially invited Meghan Markle, and this is nice, at a starting salary of $19 an hour. That seems very generous, guys.
Yeah. This will get you back. A woman in Texas allegedly dumped 3 buckets of human waste in front of a police department and drove away. It's a rare case of erratic behavior from a lady who poops in a bucket.
UFO enthusiasts have declared that Hillary Clinton is the first ET candidate after she pledged to release government files on UFOs and Area 51. Unfortunately, the aliens keep all their files on a private email server.
It was reported that more than 400 million pieces of plastic has washed up on a remote island in the Indian Ocean. And for reference, here's what 400 million pieces of plastic looks like.
A new book claims that Madonna once smeared peanut butter all over John F. Kennedy Jr.'s body and then licked it off, which just goes to show you, Madonna's a whore.
Officials in Berlin announced that women will now be allowed to go topless at the city's pools. But officials also said to be aware, it's not going to be the ones you want.
Saudi Arabia announced on Tuesday that it would begin allowing women to drive. Wow, that's only a few short years after cars were allowed to drive themselves.
It was announced that Creed singer Scott Stapp will play Frank Sinatra in an upcoming movie. But the good news is Sammy Davis Jr. will be played by Scarlett Johansson. A nun in Colombia who had lived in a convent for 8 years has left the clergy to become a porn star, destroying the otherwise spotless sexual reputation of the Catholic Church.
Investigators say that the $4.5 million diamond ring stolen from Kim Kardashian will most likely be made into smaller, less valuable stones. You know, like Kendall and Kylie.
Well, guys, tomorrow is Mother's Day, whether you want it to be one or not. In an effort to compete with Victoria's Secret, Target has launched a new bra and underwear brand for women. It's the lingerie that'll have your man saying, "Not tonight."
New medical research shows that men and women have different food cravings. Men preferring meat and women preferring sweets. Scientists trace this back to caveman days, when men had to go out and hunt for food while women sat on their fat asses eating chocolates.
I can't hide what feels so right. I'm alive with you by my side.
A new study of female bottlenose dolphins suggests that their clitoris can experience pleasure during sexual stimulation, but sadly, their fins can't reach.
It was announced.
Do you get it?
Some owners of Macdonald's franchises are reportedly concerned about a campaign partnership with Cardi B, especially the ad where they claim their burgers have a wet-ass patty.
Oh.
Demi Moore says she would like to have another baby, this time a boy, to go along with her 3 daughters and 2 huge breasts.
A painting by Pablo Picasso portraying his lover as a sea creature was sold at auction for $67 million. It's a beautiful abstract expression of his love and admiration that he named Titty Squid.
Representative Liz Cheney attacked the House GOP leadership, saying they've enabled white supremacy and anti-Semitism. House leadership rejected Cheney's attacks, calling them cheaper than a black rabbi.
A 10-year-old boy in Florida faces misdemeanor battery charges after he allegedly touched a teacher's breast, because under Florida law, students are required to wait for their teacher to make the first move.
You know, as a man, there's no way I can understand the full impact of this issue, but I asked a bunch of women around the office what their personal experience was with abortion, and I got to admit, I learned a lot from the HR meeting they made me go to as a result.
A British woman discovered when she got pregnant that she had a second tiny vagina. Yeah, da butt.
Thursday was National No Bra Day, which I celebrated by not supporting women. It's a bra joke.
A new survey finds that half of Americans think that in the future, having sex with a robot will be normal, while the other half are women. A woman in Atlanta gave birth to her baby in a McDonald's, so caution, wet floor.
Who are safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you
notice me, the big performance stage of all the year, mate. Water born peace for me, I'm not wait. And yeah, fun to see some more the market for offenses. I can't self some. No scare, I gram, thumb scare. Break the trend, but they cups and ammo, not scare. Now, way bras on this shit up. Wrong fans, high salute at the kill and tell. Yo, listen up. Let me tell you a tale about the voices of the unheard beyond the veil. In a world so divided where the poor denied their rights and their dignity swept aside. The streets are alive with silent cries of the marginalized, living in lies. Systems rigged, stacked against the weak, but we rise up. Our voices we speak. Voices of the unheard, we shout it loud. Injustice and oppression, we won't allow. From the streets to the halls of power, we demand change every minute, every hour. It's a fight for the oppressed, the marginalized crew. From the ghettos to the refugee queue. No more silence, no more fear. We march together, our message clear. From racial divides to gendered walls, we break them down, watch them fall. Equality ain't just a dream, it's a must in the struggle for justice, in whom we trust. Voices of the unheard, we shout it loud. Injustice and oppression, we won't allow. From the streets to the halls of power, we demand change every minute, every hour, every hour. Politicians talk, but actions speak. Promises broken, leaving hearts to bleed. With the change we seek, the revolution seed. In unity, solidarity, we take the lead. No more divided, we stand as one in the battle for justice until it's won. So raise your voice, let it be heard. In the chorus of change, let your words be stirred. Voices of the unheard, we shout it loud. Injustice and oppression, we won't allow. From the streets to the halls of power, we demand change every minute, every hour, every hour. Voices of the unheard, we shout it loud. Injustice and oppression, we won't allow. From the streets to the halls of power, we demand change every minute, every...
You're hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So, now you don't know what the hell to do, do you? No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.